Today on Time About the Movies, we have two comedies coming out on the second weekend of July. Horrible Bosses with Jamie Foxx among the cast, but I was going to say Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, Jason Sudeikis trying to get revenge on their bosses, Jennifer Aniston, Colin Farrell, and Kevin Spacey. And then we have Zookeeper with Kevin James in it. See if you can figure out which one is the really bad comedy. You might be surprised. Or maybe not, if you know exactly which two movies I'm talking about here. July 8th, 2011. That's today on Time About the Movies.
Horrible Bosses. Rated R. Starts July 8th.
And welcome to Time About the Movies. We are taking a look at the two big new releases of July 8th, 2011. We're starting off, of course, with the biggest of the two new releases, and that is Horrible Bosses. Premise, I think, is kind of simple. Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, and Jason Sudeikis are three best friends who decide to murder their respective overbearing, abusive bosses, Kevin Spacey, Jennifer Aniston, and Colin Farrell, who they believe are standing in the way of their happiness. And they get Jamie Foxx involved to help them out on this, and the rest is one of the funniest movies you will see in a while. I mean, I'm not even kidding. This is one of the best comedies of the 2010s, easily. This movie made me laugh so hard the first time I saw it. There are a lot of really good jokes in it, and the cast overall is excellent. You know, Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, Jason Sudeikis, of course they're all going to be good. And Charlie Day in particular really is the one who steals the show in general. I mean, he knocks this out of the park in this one. I mean, he's the one that comes out of this, you come out of this going like, you know, I like Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but man, that guy has a lot of good comedic charm to him, and this movie is no exception. He delivers big time in this role, and he just makes it work so well in this performance that he gives. The bosses overall were really funny. Kevin Spacey, Jennifer Aniston, Colin Farrell, they're fun to watch. They are terrible, bad people that you do want to see get their revenge. And, you know, for somebody like Jennifer Aniston, she needed this badly after a lot of really bad movies to her name. I mean, she needed to come back big time. This was the beginning of kind of a little comeback a little bit that came out around this time when she did this, and then she followed it up with The Millers. Yeah, a nice return to form for her, and I'm glad to see that she's actually being funny again in a movie like this. But, you know, Jamie Foxx is pretty good, too, with a great name for his character, Motherfucker Jones. I mean, what more can you say about that? I only think that Samuel Jackson was probably the option for that, the only option for that, but he turned it down, so they said, who do we get next? How about Jamie Foxx? Okay, that'll work. This is directed by Seth Gordon, who, again, like Jennifer Aniston, needed this after 4 Christmases, just... Whoa, that was a bad movie. And then writers John Francis Daley, Jonathan Goldstein, and Michael Markowitz do a great job of adding in these really funny moments with a predictable plot overall. And that is kind of the only flaw of the movie, is that it is kind of predictable how you think it's going to pan out. And the ending overall I thought was kind of a bad cop-out, but at the same time, it doesn't take away from the overall enjoyment of the movie. I still had a really good time watching this. It really is one of the funniest movies I've seen in a long, long time. It's a film that is very funny, very clever, very hilarious, very over the top. And if only they didn't have to ruin it with a terrible sequel 3 years later, which, yeah, they ruined it with a terrible sequel 3 years later. It was literally the same movie over again. I mean, it was literally the same film. But we'll save my full thoughts on that for 2014, but... yeah, they destroyed Horrible Bosses pretty quickly after that, unfortunately. But the original Horrible Bosses is still a fantastic film. One of the best comedies I've ever seen. What more can you say, man? Horrible Bosses, terrific, terrific film. So let's go ahead and move on to that other comedy that came out this weekend, and that is Zookeeper. Oh, fuck you and your lazy, cheap attempts to make a Night at the Museum type of movie by having the whimsical music in there. It's like, oh, the magic is really in the zoo this time around instead of the museum. Fuck you. You made a shitty movie, and it's not even, you're not even trying to hide it here. Yeah, this is exactly what you think it is, folks. Kevin James stars as an unlucky zookeeper and the talking animals at a zoo who break the silence to help him find love. And, you know, he's engaged to Leslie Bibb in the beginning, but, you know, when he goes to propose to her, she decides, oh, I don't want to do that because you're a zookeeper, and now you're a lazy zookeeper, and I want to go find somebody who has a job that'll pay for my needs. More importantly, like, she's a bitch. I mean, she's literally a bitch who literally dumps this guy because of his job. Like, isn't the point of being married the fact that you're willing to stand behind somebody that you love 100%? Like, no matter what kind of a job situation they're in. Like, this is really stupid from the beginning. This is before the animals even come into play here. But when the animals come into play, it gets worse. It gets much, much worse because, yeah, the comedy never gets going. The jokes are terrible. The star-studded voice cast in this movie: Cher, Nick Nolte, Adam Sandler, Sylvester Stallone, Judd Apatow, Jon Favreau, Faison Love, Don Rickles. This is the last thing he did before he died. Congratulations, Don. You wasted your entire career as an insult comic by doing something that insults your film career, your entertainment career in general, by saying yes to this pile of garbage. I mean, this is a terrible, terrible fucking movie, man. It's lazy. The jokes aren't funny. That trailer alone, with nothing but screaming Kevin James and a screaming elephant, because we don't care about it. Because like most of the movies this summer for kids, we don't care about entertaining all of you out there, not just the kids, but the parents who are going to be forced to watch this pile of garbage. No. We're doing this to shut your kids up for an hour and a half. We feel like we've completed our mission. Thank you for your money, and I hope your kids are miserable for the rest of your life, for the rest of their existence. I mean, that's how bad of a movie this thing is, and this is just how bad nearly the entire 2011 kids movie film slate for the summer was. Is because we've been getting nothing but garbage after another. Mr. Popper's Penguins, Judy Moody and the Not Bummer Summer, Cars 2, Monte Carlo, and now here's yet another really bad kids film. Almost coincidentally, kind of like what's been happening this summer, with the one exception being, the two exceptions being Lilo and Stitch and Elio, which nobody went to go see Elio, bastards, but yeah. I hate this movie so much. I mean, this is just another bad movie to add to the list of really bad movies produced and starring Adam Sandler. And this isn't even the worst PG-rated Happy Madison movie, because guess what? Adam Sandler will tell Kevin James to hold my beer as I'll do Jack and Jill at the end of the year. And oh god. Oh god, that one. I think you get the point here. Zookeeper. Terrible, terrible movie. What more can you say? And thus, with all that said, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. Next time we meet, we'll head into the middle of July with the most anticipated movie of the summer, and that is, of course, the conclusion of the Harry Potter franchise. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll take a look at one of the best animated movies of the year, maybe the best kids movie of the year, honestly, but someone in their big brain at Disney decided, we're going to go ahead and release this on the same weekend as the most anticipated movie of the year. And then how could it possibly go wrong? Well, yeah, most people forgot that Winnie the Pooh was even coming out because you did just that. That's worth a discussion on its own merits. We're going to get deep into that conversation tomorrow on the show with Winnie the Pooh and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Which, yeah, that still baffles me that Disney did that. But we'll save that conversation for tomorrow on the show. So be on the lookout for that. With all that said, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and notification button. And also, don't forget to check out the playlist, and also check out the last episode we did. So with all that said, whether it's in the past, the present, or the future, I will see you at the movies. Take care.